The law of frequency. How to change your energy and change your reality. Everything in existence vibrates. From the smallest particle to the largest star, all of it is frequency. A song the universe has been singing since the beginning of time. You are not separate from that song. You are the melody itself. Every thought, every emotion, every heartbeat emits a vibration into the field around you. And that field, the invisible sea you live in, responds. What you call reality is simply energy rearranging itself to mirror your dominant frequency. We've been told that life happens to us, that circumstances decide who we become. But the truth is much deeper. You are constantly broadcasting, and the universe is constantly replying. When you live in fear, your field tightens. Your energy becomes dense. You attract more fear, more scarcity, more struggle. When you live in love, your field expands. You become magnetic to synchronicities, to opportunities, to people who match your vibration. The law of frequency is in philosophy. It's physics. It's resonance. Every frequency attracts its likeness. Just like a tuning fork vibrates when another fork with the same pitch is struck nearby. You are the tuning fork. Your emotions are the pitch. And your life is the echo. The problem is most people don't realize what they're broadcasting. They wake up filled with anxiety, scroll through chaos, speak words of limitation, and then wonder why nothing changes. You can't receive peace on the frequency of panic. You can't receive abundance on the frequency of lack. You can't receive love on the frequency of fear. The universe isn't ignoring you. It's simply matching your signal. Every emotion you feel is a message from your frequency. Anger tells you where your power is leaking. Sadness shows you what still needs to be released. Anxiety reveals where you've forgotten to trust. And love is the remembrance of your true vibration. The moment you shift your internal frequency, your external world begins to rearrange. That's why awakening often begins with chaos. Because to change your frequency, everything built on the old vibration must dissolve. It's not destruction, it's recalibration. Energy never lies. You can say affirmations all day, but if your body is vibrating in fear, the field listens to your vibration, not your words. That's why true manifestation isn't mental. It's emotional. You must feel the reality you want before it exists. Because the feeling is the frequency. Think about it. Every great moment in your life happened when you were in flow. Not when you were desperate. Not when you were doubting. But when your energy matched the outcome before it appeared. The law of frequency is simple, but living it requires awareness. Because most people have been trained to vibrate in survival. They chase. They fight. They cling. Their energy is chaotic, a signal of resistance. But once you become still, once you stop forcing and start aligning, you realize that creation was never about control. It's about coherence. When your mind, body, and soul vibrate in harmony, reality bends around you. Opportunities appear. Doors open. People show up. You begin to live in rhythm with the song of the universe. And that's when magic becomes normal. Everything is energy. Every emotion is a vibration. And every vibration is a choice. When you shift your energy, you shift timeline. You step into a parallel version of yourself where things flow instead of fight. That's how miracles happen, not by luck, but by frequency. The most powerful transmitter of frequency is emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. Emotion, every feeling you have sends a signal into the quantum field. And that field responds instantly. Most people try to change their lives by changing their thoughts. But thought is only the surface. It's emotion that programs reality. You can't think your way out of fear if your body is still vibrating in it. You have to feel your way out. You have to change the emotional code your cells are broadcasting. Think of your body as an antenna. Your heart is the transmitter. Your brain is the receiver. When they're out of sync, you create static, confusion, resistance, chaos. When they're in coherence, you create flow, clarity, synchronicity, creation. That's what ancient mystics and modern science both agree on. The heart is the key. The electromagnetic field of your heart is 60 times stronger than the one from your brain. It extends far beyond your body. It's how your energy communicates with the entire universe. Every time your heart and mind align, You send out a clear signal that the field can mirror back to you. But coherence doesn't come from control. It comes from surrender. When you stop trying to fix everything, you return to your natural rhythm, a state of peace. Peace is not the absence of movement. It's movement in harmony. When you're at peace, you're in tune with the flow of life itself. That's when the field listens, because your vibration is no longer fragmented by fear. It's whole, and wholeness is magnetic. The universe doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what you are. Your words can lie, your mind can pretend, but your frequency can't. If you say, "I trust," but your body trembles with fear, the field hears the trembling. If you say, "I'm abundant," but your nervous system is vibrating in lack, the field hears the lack. To change your reality, you must first change the signal you're sending. And that begins inside your body, not your mind. Every emotion you refuse to feel stays trapped as low-frequency energy. It builds walls inside you. It creates noise in your signal. That's why healing is essential for manifestation. You can't attract high-frequency experiences while carrying low-frequency wounds. When you face your pain, not as an enemy, but as energy ready to move, it begins to dissolve. And as it dissolves, your frequency rises. You become lighter. Your field expands. And suddenly, life starts to flow again. That's the secret. No one tells you. You don't attract by chasing. You attract by matching. When you become the vibration of peace, peace finds you. When you become the vibration of love, love appears. When you become the vibration of abundance, abundance becomes inevitable. It's never about doing more. It's about being more. Because the universe doesn't speak words, it speaks energy. Energy coherence is mastery. It's the art of emotional regulation, awareness, and surrender. Every moment you choose calm over chaos, trust over control, presence over fear. You're tuning yourself to a higher frequency of existence, and when enough of your moments align, your entire life transforms. That's not magic. That's frequency. Change doesn't begin outside of you. It begins in the field. It begins in the unseen. The moment you shift your frequency, reality has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new signal. But to shift, you must first become aware of what you're broadcasting now. Awareness is the key. Most people live in unconscious resonance. They repeat emotions that belong to their past: fear, shame, guilt, anger. And those frequencies become the soundtrack of their lives. So life mirrors that vibration again and again. Different faces, same energy. Different situations, same emotion underneath. You call it bad luck. The universe calls it feedback. Your external world is nothing more than a mirror of your internal frequency. If you want to change the reflection, you don't chase the mirror. You change the light inside. Step 1. Awareness. Notice your energy. Observe what emotions dominate your days. Don't judge them. Just watch. Every emotion carries a vibration. Gratitude, love, compassion, high frequencies. Fear, jealousy, resentment, low frequencies. Your frequency at any given moment is the average of the emotions you embody most. You cannot heal what you deny. You cannot elevate what you avoid. So the first step is radical honesty. What am I vibrating right now? It festers. It weighs you down. Cry if you must. Scream. Write. Breathe. Move. Let the energy flow through you instead of storing it. Healing isn't thinking differently. It's feeling fully. Because when you feel it, you free it. Every emotion fully felt turns into light. Step 3. Reprogramming. Once the old frequencies begin to clear, you must choose new ones consciously. This is where intention becomes power. Because intention is the command that programs your frequency. You're not waiting for evidence to believe. You're believing until evidence appears. Close your eyes. Feel the vibration of the life you want to live. Not as a wheeze, but as if it already exists. Feel what peace feels like. Feel what freedom feels like. Feel what love feels like. Your body doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It simply vibrates to the frequency you give it, and that vibration sends new instructions into the field. That's how timelines shift, not through effort, but through embodiment. Step 4. Embodiment. This is where many stop. They feel high for a while, then fall back into the old vibration. But embodiment means repetition. Every day, you must tune your instrument. Every morning, you must choose your frequency again. You're not faking positivity. You're stabilizing coherence. You're re-choosing to hold the signal of your future self long enough for reality to lock onto it. When you hold that vibration consistently, the old reality can no longer exist. It dissolves. That's why the world around you often begins to collapse right before the shift. It's not punishment. It's synchronization. The new frequency cannot coexist with the old structure. The moment you start to vibrate differently, everything not aligned must fall away. People disappear, jobs end, opportunities change shape. It's the universe recalibrating to match your new signal. And though it may feel like loss, it's actually alignment. The emptiness that follows is the silence before manifestation. The gap between worlds. It's the moment the seed is planted and the soil is still. Trust that silence, because in that silence, your new reality is coding itself into existence. You are not becoming something new. You are remembering what you be. Always been. Frequency work isn't creation. It's restoration. It's the removal of distortion so the truth of your energy can sing again. And when you finally hear that song, pure, clear, unwavering, I understand you never had to fight for your dreams. You only had to align with them.